ram. Oh. I I'm just trying to see what he's got. What has he got? Threaten. Taunt. Rock Mastery. Pulverizing Blows. Shell activates a mode that allows offensive talents taking a penalty to defense in exchange for a bonus to damage. Interesting. Shell activates a mode that allows defensive talents and gains bonuses to armor and elemental resistance while nearby enemies become more likely to target Shale. Bellow, Stone Roar, and Regenerating Burst increase the effects. Stone Roar also gives Shale gains. What? Stone Roar also gives Shale gains a bonus to health regeneration, and Regenerating Burst gives a bonus to health regeneration and stamina regeneration. That sentence seemed wrong, but I don't know. Well, let's say like, it says a bonus to stamina regeneration. Maybe. Maybe if his stamina is low, he should activate it, perhaps? Oh, I realized that also I forgot to grab myself a drink. Hang on a second. YouTube app for PS4 is having a problem. That sucks. It's not letting me sign in. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't watch YouTube on my PS4. You ready for it? I think I always just start my night with my favorite flavors. So I'm starting with raspberry lime. Although I think watermelon kiwi might be slightly better to me. And after that, I really like the mango flavor. Maybe that one's my third favorite. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna say, like, stamina's at less than 25%, and he can activate his, what is it, Stoneheart? Yeah, Stoneheart. Can't see other tactics without the TV. That's fine. I'm sure I mean, he only has one slot that wasn't being used. The rest I don't think I'm gonna mess with, but I don't know for sure. So we're back home. Um, though this time I have my own posse, and I'm a Grey Warden. Filda. Maybe I shouldn't go over there yet. That dwarf over there was being a jerk-ass to me. Oh, wait.
Ancestors guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them. My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
It almost sounds like you said rock. I wonder if that was intentional. You can make tactics automatically fill out? Really? I'll have to look.
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way. The deep roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way...
I recommend taking Shale with you everywhere. He and I do make a great team. We're both big old tanks. Your son is surely dead by now. No. I'll look for him.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company packing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
You know, I was gonna ask you a question, but I realized that it was probably really spoilery. But, so I guess don't answer this question, but I'm gonna pose it out anyway. Is Darkspawn going to be, like the Blight, I mean, the actual event, a reoccurring theme throughout the games?
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Is it? Oh, you know, I'm probably not allowed back in there. But I guess I could try. Oh, hey, Shale. What's up? I guess...
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
Why are you invoking a human god? Not very religious, sorry. May his divine spirit always light your way. You know, I feel like this character wouldn't be very religious. I don't know why I feel that way. I won't answer if you don't want an answer, but I can easily answer that one. I don't think it's a huge spoiler. I guess the only reason I was initially thinking it was a spoiler was because, well, it is a... They do describe the blight as something that comes around every once in a while. So... Like, your quest isn't to end the blight for good. Your quest is to just end this current blight. I guess. Or your quest is... No. Your quest is more to clear your name and stop Logain. But I guess stopping the blight is also part of that. Okay, go ahead, tell me. I'm deciding that this character, right here and right now, is not very religious.
Oh, you look as if you come from the surface. I thought perhaps you were raised in the way of the Chantry. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in
I'm gonna say it.
Orzammar.
This guy's face kind of weirds me out a little bit. Just a little. Your quest is to stop the 5th blight. Oh, it's a numbered thing. This is number 5. That's the main reason. Okay. Didn't know we had a number. Then again, if they said dates, then I guess you could just extrapolate. I will not spread your lies. No. Well, good luck with that. Let me know how it turns out. Whose permission do you need to open a chantry?
The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
The Shaper of Memories?
The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperate, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but more thorough. They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce.
Interesting. Excuse me. Probably make a more convincing case than I could. Probably. Well, I'll be more casual about this. If I bump into the Shaper, I'll be sure to mention it.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
You're only facing Logain because he's telling everyone the Blight isn't real and is directing the country's forces elsewhere and not towards the Darkspawn like it should be. Wait, really? I didn't actually catch that. I didn't know he was telling people that the Blight wasn't real. That's nuts. And how was that? I assume in some ways he's being successful. At least with some people. And I imagine, like, how does that work? How was he able to do that? I wonder if I should go inside the tavern. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. That was weird.
I once drank a thimble of dwarven ale, woke up a week later in Jada wearing nothing but my shoes and a towel.
Wow. Just a thimble, huh? Blights can't be predicted via date. They come around at random intervals. Oh, okay. So the game just tells you that this is the 5th one. I must have missed that. Not a lot of people think it's a true blight, really. Darkspawn occur outside of blights. Okay, so they don't think this is a true blight. I mean, they still believe in Darkspawn. But hi.
If you want a drink in here, Brand, you'd better have the coin. I'll know if it was stolen.
Is that how you treat a Grey Warden?
So that explains the steel you're wearing. I was about to call a guard. I suppose you're the one from the Proving. Well, welcome to Tapsters, and hope we can serve you.
You hope. I'd like a drink.
With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
I will have some ale.
I recommend a Brakian brew. She has a heavy head and a deep, rich taste. 3 silvers gives you a pint.
Sold.
A Brakian brew never fails to hit the spot. Vartag Gavorn certainly owes Prince Balin. From a minor house to a prince's right-hand man. He'd do anything Balin asked him. Well, I have other customers to see too. If you need anything else, just call me over.
You were rude to me at first, but then you were like, oh, you're a Grey Warden.
Didn't know Cora was letting in brands. Ah, you're the one that started all the trouble in the Provings. I'm Naveen. I'm with Prince Balin's Expeditionary Field Unit. Brand or no, anyone who hunts Darkspawn is all right with me. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the Deep Roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dunka... something like that.
Oh, Dunka.
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the Deep Roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines. I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs. Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live. Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones. Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost tigers. Looking for signs of
pronounce
Bronca,
that?
I guess. Seems to be who everyone's after. Lord Harriman's got his own men there, all looking for signs of Bronca. Guess the city's getting to miss having a paragon. Everyone wants someone to put in charge. Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams to search for some of the lost
Can't I
tigers.
skip this?
Looking for signs of Bronca, I guess.
Excuse me.
Seems to be who everyone's after. You don't know Bronca? Guess not everyone's as impressed with her as she'd like to think. Bronca was a paragon, some kind of great smith or whatnot. But she went batty and let her whole house into the Deep Roads more than 2 years ago. No chance she could have survived. And a lot of good men are gonna die looking for her corpse. Excuse me. This brew is starting to taste awful bitter.
In dwarven Bavaras, vi in vaga belnathag. And in the Rusha Saradova, den we medwal. Nasun Kalam
Listen to this guy while I read. Blights are when an archdemon appears and directs the Darkspawn at something. No one has seen the archdemon yet, other than you and the other wardens who saw it in your dreams. In your dreams. Darkspawn are a whole lot more organized and dangerous under the direction of an archdemon.
Told him I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
Slap.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. So I'm curious. You've been living on
weird
the
thing to
surface,
say.
right? Does it function any worse than Orzammar for having abolished caste?
Things are hardly equal on the surface. Yeah, I'd say so.
But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other casts. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent dashers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the casts are even necessary. Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality. I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Court in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning. The Assembly passed laws prohibiting the casteless from holding any job a legitimate citizen can do. Of course they turn to crime. What else can they do?
I should go.
As you wish.
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful. And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes.
So silly.
Let's just go.
I'll say this is the only game dealing directly with the Blight. The Blight has obviously affected a lot of the world in other ways, so it comes up a lot. Darkspawn are in every game, but are less common in the sequels. For some reason, I almost thought that said squeakles. Just thought I'd say that, but that was just me having temporary insanity.
They're everywhere! I can't take it!
Yeah, right?
Get away! You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends. There's things older than Darkspawn. And once you're in the story, they find you. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
What the fuck? I don't understand what just happened. Squeakwills. Squeakwhales. Squeakwhales. Hello.
A brand in the commons.
A brand!
And outfitted like a topsider, no less. Good. Let people see castless have a purpose. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
I don't have much gold to spare, though. What do you got? Remarkable sapphire. You, buddy, don't seem to have anything I really want. So sorry. You know what I hate in games, and this game doesn't seem to do it a whole lot. I think it did it once, but it hasn't done it since. Is I really hate when games, like when you go to a shopkeep or something like that, or you talk to a character and you realize you don't need anything from them, or maybe you clicked on them by accident and you're just back out immediately, and then the character gives you shit for it. Like if you go to a shop and you don't buy anything, then they're just like, oh well, pff, screw you then. It's like it always just very, very slightly gets under my skin for a second, and I'm like, well, excuse the fuck out of me. Like, why do I feel bad? It's a virtual character at a virtual shop, and yet I feel it. No. Should I be going to the proving grounds? Deep roads are over there. Actually, isn't this where my mama lived? And my sister? Actually, you know what? Yes, let's go down there. Maybe I could talk to my sister.
Oh dear. The differences between this side of town and the others is striking.
That's a way to put it. What the fuck? Excuse me. Wait a minute. There's a rich one. We'll get plenty for their kit once we cut them out of it. Oh my god. They're all immediately hostile. Who's this guy? Okay, well, I guess we're fighting.
We'll get plenty for their kit. Cut them out
You forced our hand.
You will squish satisfyingly, but it
Hey!
That's it. Prepare to be crushed.
Watch in horror as I rip you apart.
How does that feel?
Make her preserve us.
Oh, there was a dude we missed. Well, that happened. Oh yeah, I was gonna put everything in strength so I can wear the things that I need to put on. Yes! I discovered a solution I am casting to my PlayStation. Hello! And welcome to your PlayStation. Strength, strength, strength. Yes, yes, yes. Can I get improved herbalism now? Yes! I don't know why I want it so bad, but... Or wait. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. Isn't... Oh, shit. Improved combat tactics, though, opens up a lot of shit for me, doesn't it? I can't remember now. There's like new moves that I want. Improved coercion. Stealing. See, I'm confused now. Exceptionally influential, can compel all but most strong-willed individuals. Well, who has the best herbalism? It's not me. You gave Morgan herbalism too? I did? See, this is the problem, because I don't have Morgan on my team all the time. Whoa, who's crying in my ear right now? Well, Shiza, I guess I am always the one talking. I wanted improved combat tactics just because I get, like, new moves. But now I'm wondering if just coercion would be better. Go for combat, IMO, not tactics. Combat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Improved combat training. Warriors and rogues gain access to second-tier weapon talents as well as bonus to stamina regeneration. Yeah. But now I'm wondering if I should just go for expert coercion. Characters compel all but most strong-willed individuals. So this is for like talking, right? See, it just seems useful just because you're always going to be the one talking to people. But I just want some new moves. Combat training would be nice. Gosh. Oh gosh. I mean, I really enjoyed my first couple hours of this game and being able to lie my ass off, and it worked out really well. They really should allow respecking in this game. Boy, that would be nice. Then I wouldn't even go with... Did I click on stealing? I don't even remember. Or maybe that was something I already had. I don't remember. Alright, screw it. I think it's smarter if I go with the talking one. Because I'm always going to be the one... Wait, are you telling me to do combat? Shit! I don't know now! Should I do combat? Damn it! I don't know which one's smarter now. You would have gotten pickpocketing from your background? Oh, okay. Oh, probably. Yeah, you're right. I don't know! Talking, also, I just love, can I just say real quick, the little icon for you know, talking your way through through the cunning skill. Like, this guy just looks like he's eating a leaf or something, or like more like a metal leaf, like nom, 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 nom. I think you fight more anyway. You're probably right. Okay, I'm gonna go with your suggestion. Improved combat trainer. Next, we aren't gonna think about it. Okay, so now I get access to more two-handed. So we can do Indomitable. Through sheer force of will, the character remains in control on the battlefield, gaining a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun or knockdown effects for the duration of this mode. That sounds awesome. Shattering blows. The character is as adept at destruction as at death. The character is as adept at destruction as at death, and gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. Adept at destruction as at death. Okay, I think I understand what the sentence was trying to go for. It's just kind of weird. Powerful swings. Breathes on you. Breathes. While in this mode, the character puts extra muscle behind each swing, gaining a bonus to damage, but suffering penalties to attack and defense. You know what? Indomitable sounded the coolest to me. Boom. Okay, yes. Finally, a new ability. It's great. Also, I can now wear the Blood Dragon Plate. So let's take a look here. Armor, only slightly more fatigue, plus 6 defense, plus 30 health. Pretty cool. Kaylin's breastplate is really good, but I've waited a while to put this on. Is it stained with dragon blood? Is that why it's like that? Maybe that's what that is. I have to go around and buy the new set. or the rest of the set. So, what else did we get? Duncan's sword. No, it was Starfang. Okay. Okay. So, I lose that 100 plus in stamina, which is amazing. And a chance to stun. +4 dexterity. That is so good. But armor penetration, +8 attack, +3 strength, and it has 3 slots, so I can improve it even further. Oh, but I love my Nug Crusher so much. Nug Crusher has way more armor penetration, though. But Starfang has a higher critical chance and also has higher damage output. Gosh, this is difficult. This even gives me spell resistance, though I can always just take the runes out of it and put it in the new one. You'll see there's a dragon in the blood on it. Oh! Now I see it, yeah. Oh. It's pretty neat. Actually, it reminds me of the logo. That was probably the point. Oh, that picture's a lot clearer, though. Yeah, I see it. Now I can, I can look radical. Hold on. I can look radical on the field. Yeah, you know what? It definitely looks better on her, too. Because she doesn't have those ridiculous-looking pauldrons that make it look like the armor is just way too big for her. Well, I thought I made that chunk noise just a moment. Like I stepped on the ground at the same time Shale did, and it just sounded like I had I'm just more powerful now. Well, you know, I can always find out, right? Like, if I don't like it, I can always just use the Nug Crusher some more. It's literally Bloody Dragon. There you go. Okay, we're doing it. We're gonna use Starfang. Look at that severe drop in stamina, though. That's a little sad to see. But we're going to see if this is a better weapon. You look great with the rest of it. Yes, I have to. Oh, you know, I'm gonna need some money, though. I'm sure it's expensive. Okay. Hello.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground. Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it. Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
50 sovereigns. Is that... Oh, it doesn't say. Is that gold? Or is that the silver? Because when I asked the bartender lady, she said that the ale was 2 silver. But it took 2 of the, well, honestly, copper-looking ones. But it doesn't, but even though this should be silver, unless I looked at the icon wrong. But, so by sovereigns, does he mean the gold pieces? 50 gold. Yeah, I definitely don't have that much. I barely have any gold. Oh well. And I'm not against doing a little smuggling. I did start out my life doing that.
Spare a bit for the needy?
Zerlinda?
Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Your face isn't marked. What caste are you? Oh.
I am nothing. My family has disowned me. I'm no longer welcome in any mining cast hall. Unless... But no! I can't bear to even think of it! My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. I cannot abandon my baby. The Shapers teach that only children of true lineage exist, not those born casteless. But they never carried a child. He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth, an accident I forced on him. You would do that? But why?
Don't look a gift warden in the mouth.
I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Hang on, there's something wrong with my fingernail. Ugh. I unfortunately am a chronic fingernail biter. But that leads to some unfortunateness with my nails being all nubby and weird. And I sometimes bleed, because I can never notice until it's too late that I've bitten too much. Anyway, okay, so we're going to try to help this lady. I did not go with more persuasion, though. I guess I could intimidate. Oh, there's more slums. Oh, wait, isn't this is where the game started? This was my home, I think. No, wait, no. Oh, wait, yes. Yes, this was my home. I remember this.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Sure, I mean, it's my home. Or at least it was. I don't need that. That's okay. I'm sure that's not as impressive either. Okay. Boy, we were so young and naive. We're so, or I was anyway, when we started here. Just a young, nubile Durgan Urge player. Okay, we're gonna talk to what's his nuts in the tavern. Wait a second. So apparently... No, wait, is it over here? There's an area transition over here. What am I seeing on this map here? Is that here? No. Oh, it's here. Elamar's Emporium. Well, I am curious.
Back?
I think intimidation is also based on coercion. Oh, dang it.
What are you
Did
looking
she just
for?
say back?
We got nothing
Holy
to buy for
shit,
the
my
likes of you.
sword looks awesome.
Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Oh my god, the Starfang has got... It's just all... glowy.
Of course.
Who cares? Oh, you sell traps... agents... toxins, you got some weapons... Oh, is she not wearing any boots? Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I need anything from you, buddy. Just thought I'd take a look. Yeah, I hadn't even noticed. I didn't even look at my sword. Look at this thing. It's amazing. Okay, we're gonna save Scum, though. Sword. No, I like Sward better. Cool new Sward. You're gonna chat while playing with PJ? In about 10 minutes, we're gonna hit our stretchy leggy time. Just so you know. Right, 10 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay, are you the dude? You must be the dude. Or Dell.
I don't share drinks with castless.
Oh, posh, pish posh. Left my wall plug at work. Oh no!
I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine. What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
Actually, I like all three of these answers, really. He's a baby, not a cur, and she loves him. Could you pretend your child never existed? Or you have to take them both? Kinda wish I could combine all three. Because all three of them are correct to me. I guess I am trying to be convincing. Let's throw the question back at him.
I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Oh. Sometimes it's really jarring when the characters just disappear like that. Okay, well that was actually pretty easy. I guess my persuasion still holds some weight. I assume I need to go talk to her again. There's something about this music, this particular music, that reminds me of KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. And I think it's the strings. Like, what do you call that when you pluck the strings on a violin or something like that? The bloop, bloop, bloop. There's a couple of songs in KOTOR that used that, and so like this music is giving me a bit of the nostalgia-ness because of I used to play KOTOR a lot. And that was also Bioware, so that makes sense. I wonder if it's the same
You're back.
composer.
I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
What did you want me to do again?
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son
You
as anything
shamed
but
him
trash.
out of existence.
He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Send him to me? I guess. I like thinking about that, though. You shamed him out of existence. I'm trying to think of there's got to be an appropriate gif for that sort of feeling of being shamed out of existence. Oh, some sort of reaction gif or something. Okay, so there's Dagna, an important person to talk to, I guess. I mean, as far as I can tell, there's no reason to go to the proving ground, but I don't remember. Oh, we got another shop. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, never mind. It's not a shop. What is it? Figor's Imports. Commoner.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
You know what? Sure. Hi, Dagna.
Oh, I actually was talking to your companions, or are you from the surface too? Oh, wonderful! I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation, and a great responsibility.
Dagna is pretty important. Well, she's freaking adorable. Like how my face is just sort of poking in here.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Oh yeah, that Simpsons gif. I was kind of thinking about that, but that to me, that gif seems more like you're not sinking due to it. Well, I guess some people use it as a meme for like embarrassing and trying to disappear, but I guess I also think of it as like you're trying to back away from a situation that you don't want to be a part of. Yeah, best reaction gif I can think of for that feeling. Yeah. You know, speaking of disappearing gifs, you know what my other favorite one is that dude standing next to his friend, I think. I don't know the context of the video that it comes from or whatever, but just that gif of that dude giving a peace sign and then just disappearing immediately. I fucking love that gif. It just, I lose my mind just because it's just peace out and he disappears. Anyway.
No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them.
Interesting. You know, speaking of interesting racial abilities for like fantasy creatures or characters, that like brainstorm that we had, the amazing like brainstorm of ideas that you had and we were going through, I love all of it, but particularly was the idea that well, I'll be vague, but halfling's ability to sense a certain thing. And I love thinking back to that, actually, because just the potential, the hilarious potential Well, not just hilarious, but yeah. I think you know what I mean. And I don't know, it just I can't wait to incorporate it because I feel like some interesting things could happen with that. Ah! Timer, yes. Okay, yes. We are going to stretch our leggies now. So, BRB. I have cheese now. Just so everyone knows, I'm eating some blocks of cheese. Oh, yes.
I want to go to the circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
Wow.
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right
It's
now.
just good
I'll
to
be
hear me,
waiting
like,
by my
munch
father's
and
shop.
chew and swallow. Wow, she's very cute. So yeah, of course we're gonna do it. The Diamond Quarter. Oh, okay, so that's where that is. And then the deep roads are over there, so I don't think we want to go there yet. You'll get to see her more. Now, do you mean more in this game or in the future games?
Greetings, and welcome
Greetings.
to Garen Garrison's Luxury Goods Shop. Wow, there are a lot of you.
Wow, that looks
And
so
I've never
cool.
seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying? Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood.
Straight in the
Since
blood.
then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself. Of course we are. You should know that. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck. Right. Best in the trade, you know. I work the ore myself.
Giggle, giggle, giggle. You know what? You don't have to tell me. I guess I'll just figure it out as we go along. Okay, so you've got weapons. Life giver. Wow. Whoa. Okay, that's a good fucking ring. Holy shit. I would love to wear that, but 87 gold pieces. Jesus. Well, maybe someday I'll come back to this guy. What the heck? What was that? I don't know what that sound was. But I have currently my window open because it's a little stuffy in here, just a little bit. But it's very windy outside. Oops. Okay.
I'll get on.
I'll get on.
I can't believe it. I heard a dwarven Grey Warden came to Orzammar and I couldn't help but hope. Look at you. My little sister. A battle-scarred veteran. And with quite the unusual entourage.
Hello. Wow, she is jeweled up.
You look so good, and so fancy. I've been worrying that we're living in luxury while you're suffering on the road.
Well,
can you imagine? As of last month, I'm a royal concubine to House Iduken. They've moved Mother and me into the palace. You could fit our whole neighborhood just in the bathing room.
Huh?
I wish you could meet little Endrin, but they don't let me bring him outside the royal nursery.
Oh, you've had the bab. Well, wait a minute. How long has it been since I don't know how fast dwarves pop out babaloos in this world, but how long have I been away from home? It feels like just yesterday.
Little Endrin was born right before his grandfather died. His grandfather, the king. Can you believe it? My son is an Iduken. The future king of Orzammar spends his nights in my bed. Barat was a toad, but I have to thank him for teaching me to read, dance, massage, and whatever else Balin sees in me.
The bab's been had. Dragon Age Origins happens over like a year. Oh, okay. Alright.
Of course not. His wife will be queen. But my son is a prince. Your nephew could sit on the throne of Orzammar.
She seems so happy. I don't really want to bring her down. I mean, it's not like I can change everything right away. Even though that's how things happen in video games, but... Poisoned his father and killed his brother. Well, I don't really know what's been going on, really. It's all crazy down here. I've been up on the surface seeing another kind of crazy.
Why? What's wrong? All the news from the surface says terrible things are happening. Darkspawn attacks and a civil war among the humans. And I'm sure the Assembly would agree if they weren't busy arguing the secession. I hate this. Until there's a king, the Assembly would let the world collapse rather than bow to anyone's better judgment. But I can introduce you to Vartag Gavorn. He's Balin's chief lieutenant. He could help you if anyone could. Vartag spends most of his time at the Assembly. I'll meet you there. He's more likely to listen if I introduce you. They say I'm Balin's favorite.
Okay. I just love Shale. Just stomping around.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
If you chose the dwarf nobility origin, Balin is your brother. Oh. Now I'm curious. Is he an asshole? Or just a dude?
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
Nice orb you got there.
News of the hour. 3 more clans endorse Lord Harrowmont as the true voice of the dwarven folk. Is Paragon Hood far behind?
You'll find out, I guess. Oh. Well, I guess if he was nice, then he would just say it. But I don't know.
Now's better than later.
Diamond Mall? It's okay, I guess. I'll take it. Just to probably just sell it. Lady Dace?
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzamar's deadliest warriors behind him.
You know, after all this is over, I wouldn't mind getting a job here. I could sing, tell stories, help the king get items from high shelves.
You made a... Did you just make a short joke in front of me? He has some pretty progressive ideas. Okay. I guess we'll see that. So, the Royal Palace was back there. And this is the Chamber of the Assembly. And we're just like right next to this lava. Or you know what? It kind of looks like molten gold, actually. Like that scene from the Hobbit movies. The second one. The Desolation of Smaug. The Shaperate. Oh, wasn't I supposed to talk to someone down there? Or up there, or over there, whatever. Okay, we'll start with that one. I've been moving my camera pretty wildly.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. No offense, Warden. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Oh, and pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I, don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
May I be nosy?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Don't forget to farm companion conversations. Am I able to switch companions at any time around here? Because that would be useful.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
I'm taking on a lot of quests here. was the orbs. I was like, what are those?
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Shaper guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost ties. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
Do I want to help that guy? I mean, the Chantry does some fucked up shit, but, you know, I don't know. Sorry, I'm dealing with my cheese. I'm looking at my cheese. But you could pick up the romance crew and run them back and forth over the area that prompt conversations to happen. Oh, that's true. This is a true thing you've said. I could try that. I mean, I could help that guy open a chantry here, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure Liliana would certainly approve of that. Sure.
That is an odd request. Have you grown so fond of the Surfacer's ways in your brief absence? I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? What sort of charities do you mean?
Oh, I don't know this guy, so I don't know which answer would be the most appropriate. But I mean, there were some talks about providing work for cast lists, so let's try that.
I am not certain this is in Orzammar's best interests. Our casts have served us well, but it's possible this service could benefit our people. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
I like how just easy it is, or how easy it feels anyway. Like, yeah, sure, alright, fine, build a temple, whatever.
Perhaps the books here can make up for the lack of attention you paid your elders. We were a great empire once, and our land stretched through the deep roads. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle. But Caridon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
I don't got time to read golems like this, yeah.
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
Thousands of years of tradition. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's how it feels like. A couple of conversations, like a couple of sentences of conversation back and forth, and then boom. He's like, alright, go ahead. You can do it. But, you know, that's just how it is in video game land.
At the other side of the old empire, during the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems.
Did I just listen to
For
this?
years, they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle.
Yeah, we did.
But Caridon's tide is far into the deep. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to Paragon. A Paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name. Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status. She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shatgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons. The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. I can speak with you as a warden, but I cannot discuss your belief that you have previously been to Orzammar. Your presence here was not recorded in the memories. You did not exist.
Okay then. Hey guys, did you know I did not exist? Not until I became a warden, anyway. Bitch. Just for that, I'm gonna steal what's in your chests. I don't even care what it is. Search for the true prophet. Interesting. Gloves of diligence. +4 armor.
I'll get on it.
Oh, well, I may as well change party now, I guess, huh?
Horse
Pigeon crap.
Pigeon crap.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, I didn't realize Liliana needed to level up. Requires 22 cunning. Okay. Combat movement sounds good. Man, I don't really want to teach him taunt and threaten, because I don't actually want him to be the punching bag in fights. Requires level 12. Wait, what level are you? But April. What? Tara, are you still playing with PJ? And are you able to answer me at all, despite probably having a dead phone right now? To unlock after taunt and threat? I guess. I mean, Death Blow sounds pretty cool. Perfect striking. Disengage. Bravery. Alright, well, alright. He'll learn taunt then. Okay. I don't know why, but his face in this particular, like, his icon pictures for some reason looks really silly to me. Like, it almost kind of looks like his eyes are going a little bit, not crossed, what's the opposite way? I can't think right now. It's just, he just looks a little, I don't know. It just looks funny. Ah, Zev. It's like when you get a terrible picture taken when you get your license or whatever, or your ID, and you just stare at this picture that you didn't realize looks silly, and you're just like, oh. Just enough juice in phone to last a little while. You gotta juice it up. Wall-eyed. Okay. It just looks a little funny. Alright, dude. You're a assassin. Oh, you're a rogue. Well, then don't you need cunning? Rogues benefit most from the statistic, as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety. Okay, well, you should have a higher cunning then, huh? Got a lot of dexterity, though. Very nimble. Exploit weakness. Oh, I can teach him deft hands. He's that's still pretty funny. Okay, he's a master at stealth, but not so much lock picking. I mean, I gotta have another person on my team who can open chests that's not just Liliana. He's high? Oh. He doesn't even know it. Yeah, he doesn't. No wonder he kept saying, like, let me have a look at that. And then he just would be like, why did I say that? I'm so stupid. I don't know how to do this. He, like, look, that's what that expression is. He's, like, acting all suave, like, I can take care of that. But then he actually goes up to it and tries to lockpick. And then his eyes just go, like, out as he stares at it. And he's like, oh shit, I don't actually know how to do this. That's what that face is. It's him realizing he's not as suave and cool as he thinks he is. I'm making up my own shit. But that's what I felt. What was going on? All those times he offered to lockpick for you and his skill was 0. He just wanted to help. Well, I mean, what do you think? I would like to have someone on my team who can pick locks that isn't Liliana. Not because I don't like her on my team. Of course I do, but I'm gonna... Tara made a compelling argument for Zevran, so I might keep him around more. So I need somebody who can pick locks. I certainly can't do it. I remembered it started much lower than Liliana's, but I didn't realize it was 0. Alright, I've decided. I'm going to do it. I have made decision. Zev, we're going to see if you can try to do it. Do I have anything I can give you? Not really. Okay, I guess I could just go straight to the assembly now. Or maybe... Well, I should save anyway. Maybe I should do conversations now. So they happen over, like, bridges, right? If I pass over a bridge a bunch of times, I can hear
News
combos.
of the hour. Does Lord Harriman think that Orzammar can hold off the storm? Lord Harriman is the voice of tradition and stability. Lord Balin is the voice of anarchy and ruin.
Run back and forth. It happens over bridges, right? Because they didn't say anything. Oh, I didn't even know I could look at this. Hello. What a nice view. God, it must be sweltering in here. I mean, I know they're dwarves, so they're used to it, but... What the fuck? What the fuck are these guys doing? How are they not burning up in this?
Can I get you a
In front of the proving, apparently, is where they talk. Okay, I guess because it's a bridge. Do they only talk on bridges? They just feel compelled to talk to each other if they are just walking over a bridge.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. Oh, you never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
It's a little lag, so it looks like I'm yelling at you when you agree with me. No, I know. I just rapidly cycle, like, decisions in my brain, so there's not enough time for you to, like, talk. Okay, so does that mean... I guess I leave the area and come back? Or can I just run over it again? So we'll just walk over here and try again. Okay. So I guess I have to leave the area and then I can... Well, I would go in there, but it's locked. That would be an area transition, but... What about over here? Can I go in here? What is this? Armors. Have I been in here? You don't need to leave the area? Oh, okay. Oh, right. It's this place. I've been here before. I don't remember exactly what happened.
Welcome to Jan-Ar Family Armors.
Hello.
I assume you have some kind of dispensation to let you wear all that.
How many times do I have to say it?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
I just realized what that sounds like. Oh, is this Dagna's father?
Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go. Oh, good. Well, let me know if she does trouble you any. Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, if you see her, send her back and let me talk some sense into her.
Oh. Well, I probably don't really need your armors, but... Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have any money anyway.
All right, all right.
All right, all right. Whoa.
So, I imagine it has been some time for you, Liliana.
Some time for me? I do not know what you mean.
Some time since your last knocked boots, shall we say? You did just come from the cloistered life, no?
Of course it has been some time. There are more important things in life than knocking boots, Zevran.
Oh, I'll not argue that. I simply mean that the body has urges. Urges given to us by the Maker. Yours must be considerable after all that time.
That is a very personal question.
I mean no offense. I simply offer my services should you ever feel the need for release.
That's very kind of you. Perhaps I should speak to the Grey Warden for advice on whether or not I should accept your offer.
Adventure has changed you, Liliana.
For the better, I hope.
So... he's got slut tendencies. And we could possibly have a three-way. That's what I got out of that. Oh, Dagna.
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
Oh,
Why do I get the feeling charting routes to the Circle Tower is one of her favorite hobbies?
I'm guessing you haven't left yet. Well, I've waited 19 years. Another month won't kill me.
You're just so cute. What the fuck? Okay, we'll just... I think I do have to area transition in order to do the thing. Oh my god, that... Ugh. When the camera turns like that, it fucks me up. Liliana reacts differently if she doesn't like you. Oh, interesting.
There are many great tales of lost kings who return to their lands to reign in glory.
I am not lost, nor for that matter, a king. And there's nothing glorious about me.
You are Merrick's son. You are the rightful king of Ferelden.
I am the son of a starstruck maid and an indiscreet man who just happened to be king. Look, I can't be king. Some days I have trouble figuring out which boot goes on which foot.
Complete fools are made leaders of kingdoms all the time. And you're not a complete fool.
What an utter relief.
You're only a
And don't
partial
worry
fool.
about the boots. Kings don't need to dress themselves. That's what advisors are for, isn't it?
And starstruck maids, apparently.
He don't want to be king.
Now's better than later.
How long were you in that cloister, my dear woman?
Oh my
Just
gosh.
over 2 years. Why do you ask?
Again?
And all the brothers and sisters there, they had taken vows?
Most of them, yes.
For 2 years, you had no contact with anyone but men and women who are promised to some uncaring god?
What are you getting at?
Didn't you desire companionship during those 2 years?
Conversation again.
2 years! The very thought makes me weak.
My time in the cloister was a time of contemplation. I occupied myself with thoughts of the Maker and other worthy pursuits. But like I said, most of the brothers and sisters had taken vows. Not all of them. Some were just affirmed, like me.
Aha! That is not so bad then.
Nothing happened, Zivran. It would not be right to engage in that behavior in a house devoted to the Maker.
Why? The Maker made us who we are. He made our urges. He gave us these parts. You think he made them for looks?
Well, I know it's not the same conversation. I just mean that it's not, that it's kind of the same question.
Now's better than...
Kind of. Yeah, the same subject.
So what is it exactly that the Sisters of the Chantry do for amusement?
Oh my god.
You do not have sisters in Antiva, Zivran?
Naturally. Yet we are hesitant to speak to the sisters back home. They are at Tia Negrano. How do you say it? Pure, not to be spoiled.
And you would spoil them just by speaking to them?
You really have no idea, do you?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, Zevran. Sisters, We had many ways to pass the time. Work, for instance, and prayer.
No time for leisure at all?
I was not there for idle pursuits and pleasures, Everin. I was there to contemplate my relationship to the Maker.
And that's it? Sounds bloody boring.
What did you imagine your Antivan sisters did exactly?
Well, in Antiva, the Chantries make much of the wine, so I suppose I assume they drank it?
I doubt that very much.
And there goes one childhood dream. To think I once longed to be a brother.
Zev, why don't you try talking to Alistair for a bit or something? You can. Well, he's a curious guy, and Liliana's taking it in stride. This is just what we're gonna be doing for a while.
What was that soup you made for supper last night?
Oh, that's a traditional Ferelden lamb and pea stew. Do you like it?
Oh, so it was lamb then. It had a certain texture I don't normally associate with lamb.
They didn't make lamb and pea stew for you in Lothering?
We ate simply there. Whole grains made into biscuits or bread, and vegetables from the garden, cooked lightly. No heavy stews.
Ah, so the last lamb you had was probably cooked Orlesian style. Food shouldn't be frilly and pretentious like that. Now, here in Ferelden, we do things right. We take our ingredients, throw them in the largest pot we can find, and cook them for as long as possible until everything is a uniform grey color. As soon as it looks completely bland and unappetizing, that's when I know it's done.
You're having me on.
You need to eat in more Ferelden inns.
I mean, this wind is nice because it's the reason why today was actually a really nice day. It wasn't hot or anything. It was 78 degrees. Very nice day. And part of that is because of the wind, but wind is also dangerous. High winds and what is it called? Like low humidity cause fires.
So tell me of this vision of yours, Liliana.
I'm not certain I wish to discuss my vision with you. You'll make fun of me.
No. Why would I ever do such a thing?
See? There you go. No, I am not speaking to you of it.
Yes. I suppose the Maker would not want you to spread his words. Very well, I'll accept your reproach.
Why do you even wish to know?
Why, to make fun of you, of course.
You are utterly impossible.
On the contrary, I am often told how very easy I am, my dear.
He's got all the slutty moves. And that's not a bad thing.
All right.
He is asking a lot of personal questions. Bro, maybe you should try talking to Alistair for a bit.
So come now, I'm serious this time. Tell me of your vision.
Certainly not.
You've told the Grey Wardens of your vision, have you not? Why them and not I?
You said that you intended to make fun of me. You actually said that.
It was funny at the time, but come. Surely you can see I'm serious now. I honestly wish to know.
That's too bad. I honestly don't wish to tell you.
For some reason.
Then I suspect you don't even believe in your own vision.
What? That's not true. I do believe in it.
Then you would stand by it, no matter what the consequences.
Do you intend to make fun of me?
Well, yes. I can't help it.
I simply...
I know. Terrible.
Hi, Dagna. I'm sure you really like seeing me go back and forth between your father's shop and the bridge. also that guy I keep bumping into.
You know, Alistair, Antiva has
There
a
you
long
go.
tradition of royal bastards.
You don't say.
Oh, yes.
Oh, of course.
They've led wars to claim the throne. Some of them have become kings. In fact, I'd say the current royal line in Antiva stems from bastard blood several times over.
Well, aren't you just chock full of useless trivia today?
Sadly, whenever a royal bastard rears their head in public and declares themselves, it often goes poorly for them.
Let me guess. They get assassinated.
Only the very popular ones.
And the unpopular ones?
Well, they get by somehow, I'm sure. There was one fellow who did quite well working as a prostitute based on his uncanny resemblance to the king. Charged a fortune.
Couldn't afford him, I take it.
That cynicism will serve you well, my friend. Hold on to it.
I'll get on it.
So what do you think will happen to all those people we left behind in Lothering?
Some of them will find their way to Denerim. Many will die, as the Maker wills.
Don't you wish you could have stayed there? To help more people, I mean.
If the Blight isn't stopped, everyone will die. This is the greater good we're serving, both of us, right here.
So it's all right to let some people die for the greater good? I'm not so sure about that. I felt bad leaving all those people there, all panicked and helpless.
You're doing what you must, Alistair. There will be worse to come yet. You will need to steel yourself. You know this.
I've never been very good at that. The steeling myself part. I find it better sometimes to just be a little weak. I'm all right with that. Really.
I don't believe you. And either way, it's not as if any of us has a choice.
I actually kind of like that a little bit, Alistair. That was very enlightening. I am getting a better sense for these people.
So, are you a very religious man, Alistair? I'm curious. I believe I heard you say you were raised in an abbey.
I was raised in a castle. I was schooled in the abbey. As far as being religious, I don't know. Not especially. What about you? Not in your line of work, I expect.
Why do you say that? I happen to be quite devoted in my way, as most Antivans are.
Truly? But you kill people for money.
And I ask forgiveness for my sins from the Maker every chance I get. What manner of monster do you think I am?
But you ask forgiveness and then you go right on with your sinning.
The Maker has never objected. Why should you?
I have no idea.
Well, there you go. Perhaps you ought to think about asking for a little forgiveness yourself, huh?
I mean, we have killed many. We've killed hundreds of people. Not just Darkspawn. So, you know, we're also constantly sinning, I guess. So, you know. No? Did we hit the end? Did I get through all their conversations? I guess so. I mean, they'll have more later, I assume, but maybe not until after a certain point in the story. Alright then. Well, then I'm gonna have my battle party ready then. I'm gonna keep Zev.
Blood and damnation.
Blast it.
Yes.
Kill someone, make her forgive me. Kill another, make her forgive me. Yeah. Oh, wait. We went the diamond order. This game's gonna make me do political talk, isn't it? I don't really know what I'm doing, but that's okay. We'll just bullshit our way through it like usual. They will definitely have more if you romance one of them. Well, more as in Zev Shale convos? Oh, that's a good point. We could try that. Or I guess there's probably some interesting win conversations. Also that fucking hat. I guess this is just what we're gonna be doing for a while. We are close to our next stretchy leggy time. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep talking.
So, here is a question for the Painted Elf.
Painted elf? Oh, that's me. Oh, I do like that.
Am I to understand correctly that the Painted Elf is a crow?
Not literally, but yes, I am a crow.
As in a bird?
Is there another sort?
So the Painted Elf assaults helpless statuary with its feces?
If given sufficient cause, why not?
That is outrageous. The Painted Elf will stay away from me, or else.
I get a lot of that.
Nice. This is me playing RPGs, honestly. Well, you know, it's a good thing I'm using a modern computer, because if I'd been playing this back in 2000, what did we say, 12? This would load so much slower.
Have you given any thought to your future, Shane?
I was thinking I might, join the Chantry, become divine, and have giant Andraste golems fashioned to conquer the lands.
Truly?
No.
It was a serious question. One day the quest of these Grey Wardens will be finished one way or another. What will you do then?
The quest of the Grey Wardens is to destroy the Darkspawn, I thought.
Oh? So you share a larger purpose with them? Is that your ultimate goal?
I had not given it much thought. It might be better than slaughtering every bird in existence.
Well, yes. At the very least, it's worth thinking about.
Yeah, give up on your bird abuse. Oh, and there we go. Alright, how about one more conversation for the road?
Now's better than later.
Huh, exactly. Me. Kavana.
I have a question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer mage well past her prime don't mind the sagging bits?
You have an odd way of requesting answers to your questions.
I'm curious about the abominations of the tower. Is it possible for such a creature to become a human again?
Yes, it is simply very difficult. It requires travel into the Fade.
And? Is the mage the same afterwards as the mage was before?
No, I have never met such a person, but no, they are changed forever.
I understand. Thank you for the answer, wise one.
Okay. Listen, Shale spent hundreds of years abused by birds. Well, the birds didn't realize what he was, I assume. They were just like, oh, look at this rock formation. It would make a great place to poop on and make my my nests or whatever. I don't remember what exactly they did to them, but definitely there was a lot of poop. Okay, we'll be right back. And we're back. I had an extra good stretch. Because my foot feels a little weird. Got some weirdness. We all got a little weird. A little weirdness in us. Well, we're gonna keep going. Because now I'm curious. Curious about what it is that Shale has to say.
All right, all right. Right.
All right. Aight. Nice. Nice double speak there. Alright. You know, 6 p.m.'s not a bad time slot. I still do prefer the 7 p.m. time slot that I've created for these streams, but 6 p.m. if I really want to go for...
You must know that murder is wrong, I assume.
I'm sorry, are you speaking to me?
That is why you wish to leave your crows. A crisis of conscience.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Joke if you wish, but I have the feeling that deep down you regret the life you have lived.
It's true. I regret it all.
Must you be such a child? Are you incapable of a single serious conversation?
I know. I'm terrible and it makes me sad. May I rest my head in your bosom? I wish to cry.
You can cry well away from my bosom, I'm certain.
Did I tell you I was an orphan? I never knew my mother.
Gad, I give up.
I gotta be with Zev on this, though. Like, we're constantly murdering people. Like, Zev just did it as a job for a while. But we're still killing.
Now's better than...
Milk macaroni conversations with Zev next. Oh my god, that really went to my brain very slowly. I was like, macaroni conversations? What are you talking? Oh, you mean my dog. Hang on, I want to put away my cheese. I left it out. I don't want it to go bad. What I just said sounds like something Dot would say. Hold on, Merez. I need to put away my cheese so it doesn't go bad. Excuse me for a second. And then she's actually going off to, like, cry and sweat about how
the Elder Maid
hot she
watches
thinks
me.
Merez is.
I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shale. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that?
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
What, you're not gonna lecture him on how he's like a murderer and that's bad and stuff? Alright, Win.
All right, all right.
This really is just gonna be what the stream is for a while. Excuse me. Keep bumping into that guy.
You know, Win, I have a friend back in Antiva who would be very excited to meet you.
I'm sorry?
Salvail prefers women with experience and maturity. He says they have more substance, are more robust and flavorful.
Does he now?
Indeed. No need to deny it. Zevran knows a fine bird when he sees one.
I am not a bird.
There is no reason to deny yourself the pleasure of male companionship, after all, yes? You might balk now, but I assure you, Salvail is a gentleman of means and quite handsome.
I am going to walk away now. Calmly, coolly. This is to save you the pain of having your brain forcibly removed through your ears.
This must be a Ferelden thing, I swear.
I think Zev just doesn't know what else to talk about.
Now's better than
what
later.
This is. He's like, shit, small talk. We gotta kill time. Sex. I could talk about sex.
It seems I must retract a statement I made earlier. The Elder Mage is not at all like my former master.
Oh? That's a good thing, is it?
It is, unless you happen to like having your head crushed. Not that I remember doing that.
You know, I think I even remember who you speak of. His name was Wilhelm, yes? From the Free Marches?
It was Wilhelm of shrill voice and the control rod that he enjoyed wielding very much. Any more than that, he did not divulge.
Well, if it was the same man, he had quite the reputation. A scholar of some means who disappeared mysteriously.
Mystery solved. I killed him. I expect I smiled, much as I'm able to.
You do speak your mind, don't you?
Fortunately, no other part of me has anything to say.
Sex and killing. It's all he knows. You know what? What am I doing? I'm listening to these conversations and I don't even have another drink. Hold on. Just noticed Shale's like sculpted ass. Like, whoa. Oh my god, Shale. Well shit, now I'm now I'm staring at his butt. Drink your thing, April. Just a second. Okay. This time we're going with Wild Berry. Seems appropriate. I really would share my Trulies with you if I could. I don't want to overblow them though, you know? They are just seltzer waters.
You know, I've heard stories about your Circle of the Magi, my dear Wim.
Is that so?
They are good.
There is a circle in my country, of course, but perhaps things are different here. I visited the Antivan Circle on official Crow business once. Met a beautiful young apprentice who was very eager for a taste of the outside world.
Please, please get to the point.
All I wonder is whether the Templars guard the mages here as closely as they do in Antiva. In Antiva, the Templars watch the circle like a jealous husband guarding the chastity of a wanted bride.
Interesting metaphor, but yes, it is not too different in Ferelden.
And is it also true that when the moon swells to fullness, the mages of the circle gather at the top floor of their tower and, naked under the stars, make love to each other?
What? No. Maker's breath.
Oh, I found out recently that it was not true in Antiva, and hoped that it would be in Ferelden. Alas.
'Tis a fantasy, Zev. Well, it's not like you can't create your own, you know, fantasy orgies, I guess. You just gotta find the right participants.
All right, all right.
I like the yelling gibberish in the background.
I'm curious. Will the painted elf answer a question?
Why not? I appear to have all day.
The painted elf attacked the Grey Warden, and yet it still lives. Had the decision been mine, its skull would be pulp right now.
Oh, I don't know. Could you destroy something as pretty as I am? Hmm?
Easily. I fail to see how any measure of attractiveness would make one difficult to crush.
Perhaps you do not know how to look then. Take a peek at that circle mage. Must we speak of the allure of an older woman? She has lessons to teach us all,
She's right there, dude.
You have no idea, little elf. Keep your imaginary hands to yourself.
One would have to be blind not to realize how very pretty we all are and how important that is to preserve.
Perhaps there are definitions of blind I have yet to understand.
Wow, all three of them spoke to each other this time. I imagine Vassrin's initial struggle. What do I even talk about? Oh my god, you're right. Oh shit, now I'm gonna be thinking about that. That's adorable. He doesn't know what to say.
I have a question for you, Shale. How does it feel to be a giant statue?
What a bizarre question. How else would it feel?
Well, let's see. Does it hurt? Do you feel like you've been buried under a pile of rock? Or do you feel nothing at all?
I have nothing to compare it to. How does it feel to be considered an inferior race when compared to others who are just as soft and weak as you?
Fine.
How very fragile it must be. One touch and its kind crumples, spilling liquid everywhere. No wonder they clad themselves in metal.
It takes more than just a touch, I'm sure.
I feel very solid and immortal. No putrid liquids to squirt out of me. Oh, no.
Now that you mention it, I suddenly rather feel like a delicate mushroom.
That did open up a curious mindset, though. Because everyone will want to fuck everything in a fandom. So, now my brain is going to dark places. It's, it's your fault, Severin.
Have you changed your mind yet? Are you willing to speak seriously?
Of your bosom? As you wish.
No, I do not wish to speak of my bosom.
But it is a marvelous bosom. I have seen women half your age who have not held up half so well. Perhaps it is a magical bosom?
Stop talking about my bosom.
But I thought you wished to speak seriously.
I do. I thought, however foolishly, that you might be willing to speak of your past.
We could do that. There have been many bosoms in my past, though only few as fine as yours.
Enough. I'm ending this conversation.
What are you talking about? Oh, you know. We've all been in fandoms for a long time. But I was never a part of the Dragon Age one. So I'm just curious about, for those who have, what they ran into, you know, on the web, on the World Wide Web.
You have not asked me about my conscience for some time, my darling Wynne.
That is
sometime?
correct. And I am not your
It was a few
darling.
minutes ago.
So once again I am rejected, just as I am by the cruel, cruel fates. They are harsh mistresses to the elves.
Zevran, I am old enough to be your grandmother.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
And what would you do with me if you had me, This is a game you play, nothing more.
Ah, you are a cynical woman, Wynne. Cynical and powerful. It drives me mad with desire.
Dot, dot, dot. Is that...
I'm going to walk away
Oh,
now.
okay. That was a long pause. Wasn't Wynn, like, I forget, there was some sessions ago, she was, like, propositioning, Alistair?
Got it.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna turn around and my whole team's gonna be just having a crazy orgy.
So let us pretend that I do, indeed, believe that murder is wrong.
We are not having this conversation.
Were I to believe such a thing, what would I do with it? Feeling guilt about things one can no longer change seems so very time-consuming, with little hope for actual gain.
But you could change what you do in the future.
What would that require exactly? It seems to me that feeling guilty would take up a great deal of my time as it is.
Perhaps you could save a life instead. One for every life you have taken.
That is a great many lives to save and feel guilty as well. Perhaps I could do one or the other.
It is not a game, Zephyrin. You either know right from wrong, or you do not.
I am so confused. I think I may cry. May I lay my head in your bosom?
No. No, you may not.
You're so very cruel. How is it that you do not feel guilty?
I feel guilty for ever having spoken to you.
Zev is like the embodiment of world, cruel and cold, titty, soft and warm. Zev being an idiot bitch avoiding meaningful conversations with people by being funny and whimsically slutty. Yeah, you did tell me this. I guess I'm gonna just have to discover the softer side of Zev on my own.
I've thought about your predicament, my friend.
It has thought of a way to lure birds out of the sky?
I mean, your situation. Being made of stone and such, I imagine it must be terrible for you to see others together, you know?
Together? As in standing next to one another?
I speak of love, my sturdy friend.
My sturdy
and
friend.
the act of love. Surely this must bring you discomfort, knowing you can never partake in such pleasures.
That is disgusting. It was bad enough that I had to suffer the occasional pair of villagers lying in my shade, but the idea of partaking...
You are stoic, my friend, and brave. You do us a great honor by suffering in silence.
I was not suffering, silently or otherwise, until now.
I understand.
God. That's a pretty good conversation, actually. I liked that one. You have to pin him down and spook him. So just pin him down and just, like, you know, grab his shoulders real fast. Be like, ah! Sure, sure. Oh my god, we're really doing this. This is
I
what we're
couldn't
gonna
help
do.
hearing about your predicament. Forgive me if I'm prying.
Yes, you are.
But what does it feel like being possessed by a spirit?
Why does this interest you so?
I simply wish to get to know those that I travel with. Is that wrong of me?
No, of course it isn't. Well, let me see. It is hard to describe. It is comforting. I feel safe. Loved.
Comforted. Loved, yes.
It is like being held close. Cradled. The bond is so complete that I am unable to extricate myself. Nor do I wish to. Wait. Why do you have that look on your face?
I am simply imagining it. Continue, please.
And there is a constant warmth that spreads outwards from the very center of my being, infusing my body with...
Oh.
Andraste's grace, what are you thinking about now? No, I don't want to know. I feel dirty. Do not speak to me.
So many fantasies running through that head. His idiot bitch disease. strong case.
So tell me, Shale, if you had the opportunity to become flesh, would you take it?
It does seem rather preoccupied with this topic.
Humor me. Would you choose to live, to breathe the air and taste the flesh? Or would you remain the immortal stone that you are?
Would I also get to age and bleed and become sick and die?
Of course. These are the things we accept for the blessing of being what we are.
Then no thank you. I have no need of such frailties.
And what of family, of children? Life does not begin and end with yourself.
I have no desire to produce offspring.
Your form is wondrous, that's true. But while you do not suffer the lows of life, you also do not experience the highs. It is something to consider.
It is nothing to consider. What it speaks of is impossible.
I mean, yeah. He can't become... Well, I don't know. It's a fantasy world. Maybe he could, but... You know... Maybe it's not fair to bring that up. I don't know.
All right, all right.
Just love... I do occasionally remember that I have a new sword, and it just looks so cool. It's so bright. I don't like that it clips through my butt occasionally, though. Oh, alright, we've reached the end. Oh, I should take my dog out, huh? Macaroni! Sorry, Win.
Horse feathers.
I may have to do an area transition again. Mac time. It's macaroni and cheese time. Oh, he needs a level up. We'll just throw it all in strength. Fuck it. Strong dog.
I noticed some dog drool in my pack this morning. Not that I like to make accusations, and I even appreciate the artistry behind a good burgle when I see it, to tell the truth. But leaving all that drool as evidence? Sloppy.
He's critiquing him.
I'll take that as an apology. I'm so glad you're pleased. It really is quite something to find such enthusiasm in one's companions. I agree. Go team. Hurrah.
Well, he likes my dog a lot, so that's already a plus in that category. You bring up a good point, though. We haven't had Morgan on the team in a while, so let's give it a try. Oh, I can't do it in this room, apparently.
Pigeon crap.
Pigeon crap.
Indeed.
Indeed. Alright, Oh, this always takes a while, though, figuring out what I should do. Real quick, what is a good spell? What are some good spells that you think Morgan should have? The case for all three of them actually went up a little bit since doing this banter stuff, but I am really enjoying Zev's conversations, even if some of them are like way too personal. He comes on strong. Arcane bolt. Okay. Oh yeah, yep. That's a good one, or at least I think it's a good one. It just seems like a base level spell that she should have.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want. Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
Happy bark. He likes bothering her. Well, you have my permission, my friend, my dear macaroni, to bother Morgan more. Shifter abilities are cool. They are unique to her. Yes. She can turn into a bear. I forgot what the other ones were, though.
Think of it, Zevran. You may have stumbled into a most delightful possibility for your future.
Oh, are you dispensing professional advice now?
It simply occurs to me that if, say, Alistair were to become King of Ferelden, he may have need of someone of your talents.
From what I know of the fellow, it seems there would be a fair difference between what he needed and what he cared to make use of.
If Alistair becomes king, it would certainly not be through any brilliance on his part. Whoever puts him there, now there's the one who will need you.
Now that's an interesting thought. You've such a devious mind, my dear. Why have we not made love as of yet?
For what purpose? I would sooner stab you in the face than let you touch me, elf.
And somehow that makes the idea even more intriguing.
Mark me down for scared and horny.
Can I so you can get off my back?
Well, I don't think Zev wants to get off anyone's back. Alright, hang on. It's very windy today. I need to close my window. Have intrigued me, though, Tara. I am interested to know Zevran's softer side.
Your mother is supposedly the one called Flemeth, the very witch from legend. Is that not true?
There is nothing supposed about it. Flemeth is my mother.
I was more doubtful of the legend rather than your relationship to this woman. Anyone can claim a name, after all.
You're welcome to ask her if you ever meet her. You're just her type.
Oh, elven and handsome?
The sort that will never be missed.
Sounds intriguing, if you ask me.
You assassin types have a death wish, I see.
Only the really good ones.
I want more doggo conversations, though, right now.
I'll get on it.
I'll get on it. We'll just pretend this is like their exercise routine, going up and down these stairs.
So, if the legend of your mother is true, Morrigan, does that mean that the legends of her many daughters are as well?
To be honest, I have no idea. I've never met any sister of mine, nor has my mother spoken of any.
But it could be true, yes? If you exist, there could have been others like you.
Long ago, perhaps. Why?
We have legends of witches in Antiva. One that tells of a witch of the wild, traveled far from her home to settle in the Tellery swamps.
And? You thought I might know this woman?
If one legend can be true, why not another? Who knows how many Morrigans are scattered about Thedas, hmm?
It's not something I'd like to contemplate.
Oh? You do not appreciate a little competition from a half-sister or two?
Silence, Elf. It is none of your concern.
Can always have two companions. Well, I still want to hear what they have to say to each other. I'm just slightly more interested in doggo conversations because they're cute. They stretch in their leggies. There you go.
So, what is going to keep you from poisoning your target now that you have been allowed to accompany us, I wonder?
You are. You will be watching me ever so closely to make sure I attempt no such thing.
And why would I do such a thing? Sneaking into our good graces in order to make another attempt is what I would do were I you.
And here I was becoming rather fond of the idea of you watching me closely.
It would be a simple enough matter to poison the food in camp, or cut our throats while we sleep.
You seem rather charmed by the idea.
It would seem an appropriate result of sparing your life.
Ah, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you then. The next time I am spared, I will be sure to immediately turn upon my benefactors. Will that do?
Oh. Did I step too far away? That was weird. I didn't get to hear the rest of that.
You do still intend to kill your target, do you not? Is your reputation not on the line?
Are you still on about
this woman? Oh, it sounded like it,
I am led to believe that the crows would never permit such a transgression. They will come after you and enforce.
It has come to my attention that the crows are not always successful when pit against the Grey Wardens and their companions.
Perhaps they will send someone competent next time.
You wound me.
I have considered doing far more than that. Trust me.
Man, I just want to eat snacks while listening to these convos. In fact, I'm going to do just that. What am I going to get? What do I want? I made a quick decision. I want one of my Nature Valley bars.
Such sinister glares do you a disservice, dear Morrigan. Yours should be a face that smiles.
Do tell.
Has no one told you? Perhaps that is not surprising, considering you have lived such a sheltered life. Were you a woman of the city, you would be accustomed to men showering you with praise and gifts.
I know as much of men as I need to. I know when one is indulging in pointless flattery, for instance.
It is flattery only if I exaggerate the truth to please you. I am but stating a simple fact.
Tell me, does this work on other women?
I think any woman would like to hear the truth of how her beauty affects a man. Do you not?
I think that sort of manure is best reserved for farming.
Ah, one day you will realize that you have wasted your youth and beauty on bitterness and suspicion. Mark my words.
Remind me to bring you along if we go sailing. The hot air will prove useful. So you do not fear the crows at all?
I think of it more as my desire to leave them far exceeds the fear I possess of them.
You think the Grey Wardens will give you safe harbor once all this is done? Surely you are not so naive.
I am willing to take my chances.
And if you are wrong?
Then I will be dead. One does not do what I do and fear death so very greatly.
There are fates worse than death.
And one of them is being unable to choose which master you serve. Trust me, my dear. I am well pleased with my current direction.
Oh. Well, that's nice of you to say. I will admit, though, that last conversation I didn't really like all that much. It sounded too much like, you should smile more. I don't like that. But then again, I do believe you when you say that it's mostly a facade. There's a soft, buttery center in that slutty armor, outer core.
Has anyone told you what marvelous eyes you possess, my dear?
Here we go again.
Again with the flattery. Do you not tire from these pointless exercises?
In Antiva, women are accustomed to being showered with the praise they deserve. Men should worship you at your feet as you pass.
They don't find that incredibly annoying?
They are goddesses receiving their subjects, just as you should be. Whatever would be annoying about that?
I have no wish to be placed upon a pedestal.
But you deserve no less. You should be admired by painters, copied by sculptors, exalted by poets. Surely, you know that yours is a beauty so exotic it would turn the eye of the maker himself.
Well, I suppose I...
And there we go. I think you owe me 5 silvers, yes?
I hate you all.
Oh, man.
Can I get you a lap off my back?
I do wonder, though, if he's making some of that up. Like, is Antiva really like that, or is he pulling that out of his ass?
You ate my entire bag of herbs, you foolish dog. Do not think I am unaware of where it went. It is your own fault for being so entirely gluttonous. Several of those herbs were poisonous. You should be pleased they did not kill you. Do not be ridiculous. I am certainly not going to give you more, even if I did have more to give. Oh, you have some nerve, creature. And your breath leaves much to be desired. Off you go. We shall see. I promise nothing.
I love that they can just talk to the doggo. That they can understand. Now, is that... That's not just a Morrigan thing, right? Like, pretty much everyone is able to talk to Macaroni, it seems like. Is that a Mabari thing? Or is that just how this world is with certain animals? Or any animal that's domesticated? I don't know.
Got it.
He embellishes a bit, I imagine. Okay, probably.
Another? I just gave you one, fool dog.
That whine.
Perhaps you should go and hunt something then. For a warrior beast, you are remarkably over-dependent. Oh, very well. But tell no one.
Mabari are canonically very smart. Okay. But how do people understand them? So I can understand the Mabari understanding speech because they're smart. But they still bark like a regular doggo does. So how are people able to understand them? Is that ever explained? Or is there just like a Mabari language that consists of barking?
These crows of yours, Zevran, are they as extraordinary as you claim?
They all but rule over my homeland. Do you find that extraordinary?
If true, are they so powerful simply because they are very good at what they do? Or is there some secret to their power?
If there were a secret, it would only remain so if it were not told, my dear.
You are no longer bound to such a code? Or do you believe their wrath will be greater than it already is, should you speak out of turn?
It may be that I simply do not wish to tell you. You get the most delightful wrinkle in your brow when you are curious.
I see. You are impossibly frustrating, you know this.
I do. It is part of my charm, or so I'm told.
Yeah, I can see it. It's part of your charm. We've not actually seen Antiva in games yet, only heard accounts of it. Oh, okay, so that's not a location that we know of. They're very expressive. Okay. Just in their body language and stuff. They wiggle their booty. You can understand anything. Oh, I guess we're done. Okay. You know what? I think we're good for now. That was a lot of convos. But, yeah. Let's go back to our regular party.
Damnation. Yes.
Yes.
Mabari are weirdly good at communicating complex ideas sometimes. We've been going back and forth between those areas that the game is like, oh god, okay, we're going to a new area. Jeez.
Lord Balin suspected of personally defacing statues of the Paragons. Shocking allegations abound.
Harrowmont's estate. What should I visit first? Oh, jeez. Ugh. Something just flew in my eye. Ugh. Okay. I didn't find it though, so whatever it is still in my eye somewhere, but it's fine. I guess it doesn't matter. I can go in here.
Now's better than later.
I don't remember what I'm going in here for. Excuse me. Should I speak to the butler?
Welcome to Lord Harriman's estate.
Fancy.
All right, all right.
I'm just going into their rooms. I don't give a fuck. All right, Zev, let's see what you've learned.
As you like.
All right. You're gonna have to make a pretty big decision eventually. Oh yeah? I don't know that I like that.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Doolan Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm.
And this is to be your king. One who cannot keep his own men from running like frightened children.
Lord Harrowmont does not use threats or intimidation to motivate his men. He leads by example.
Ah, I see. So it's his example they follow as they cower from this Prince Balin.
How dare you slander Lord Harrowmont?
Why should we ally ourselves with someone too scared even to grant us an audience?
You'll be choosing the next king of Orzammar between Lord Harrowmont and Prince Balin. I don't even know these people. I mean, I assume I'm going to find out, but, I mean, Zev kinda has a point. But, you know. Gotta inspire your warriors, right? I am interested in knowing why they dropped out. You'd be nervous if someone was out to get you. Am I persuading Zev? My brain is a little bit mush right now, so I'm not entirely sure what I should choose. Also, there goes the thing, whatever it was, probably an eyelash, flew into my eye. It is back with revenge. Hang on. Just gotta rub it out. Rub it out. Ugh, okay. I think I'm okay. You've been typing for a while, and honestly, that's why I'm sitting here. I'm just curious. This is in response to Zev. Okay. Well, I did just save, I think. Alright, well, I kind of understand where you're coming from, Zev. Especially with your background. Assassins are sorta after Harrowmont. I'm curious, though. I've never had to persuade... Well, that's probably not true, but as far as I can remember, I've never had to persuade a companion. So, if it's successful, would they still disapprove of, like, well, my choice? Or would they... I would persuade them, and then they would approve of said choice? Because every time these conversations come up, you know, whenever it's, like, an important decision or whatever, or response, you usually either gain points or lose points based on who's on your party at the time. So I'm wondering, like, if I persuade Zev, would that mean I just make him agree and then he approves? Do sometimes? Okay. I don't remember very well. Well, I mean... excuse me. I guess I only mean that in the sense that before they become a companion. He may disapprove even if you persuade him, I'm not sure. You'll definitely gain or lose points. Well, I have figured out that it's quite easy to regain points again. Just buy them gifts. Just buy them tens of gifts and just throw them at them, and then they'll be like, okay, alright, we're besties again. Unless he's at max, in which case he can only lose points. Right. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try the persuade option just to see what happens.
I suppose not everyone can face death as undaunted as an Antivan, it's true.
Then you agree to fight in Harrowmont's name. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
persuasion isn't true, really. Well, God, I haven't even met this Harrowmont guy. I don't want to go into the proving under his name. I haven't even talked to the other guy yet. Because people are out to get Zev.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
So is that how this works? I'm choosing... Okay, he doesn't seem to have an opinion either way. I'm choosing who to represent in the proving? Is that what this is about? I thought did I not bring him up to 100%? Did I say something to him that made him disapprove? Because that last conversation didn't show anything. It didn't say he disapproved. Usually it tells me. So I'm trying to think of, like, what did I say that would have caused his approval rating to go down? You'll choose at the end of this whole quest.
A new offensive is required against the Darkspawn, says Lord Balin.
Got it.
I don't think he was at max. Okay. I don't remember if I had enough items to, like, make him 100% approval. Oof. I'm actually getting tired. Ugh. It's not... Oh, well, next stretchy leggy's coming up in a minute here. What is this activating? No idea. Just a bunch of random royal guards and nobles. Hello. Balin is the son of the last king and is pretty corrupt, but has progressive ideas like giving more power to the caste lists and promoting a stronger relationship with the surface world and the dwarves that have been banished. Harrowmont is steeped in tradition, so he'd promote further elitism, but he's honest about his actions and stuff. There's really no right choice. If I choose Balin, though, doesn't that directly affect my sister? Not like I can just go in these places, like, hello. What? Tunneling thief? What the fuck? I was not expecting this.
On your guard, Gretch!
What's going on? Why the ancestors?
Good
on you,
question.
Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Yeah, hang on, let me loot. No, shut up, let me loot!
Now's better than later.
If you choose Balin, your sister will be much better off. Yeah, I might even choose him just because of that. Well, not just because of that, but also because he has the more progressive ideas, but he's also kind of a skeevy motherfucker. It's weird. But that's just what this game is all about, I guess. Hey, we're gonna stretch our legs if we can. Sir. BRB. Alright. It's unlikely that Harrowmont will want to keep his rival or their heir around once he's king. I can't remember exactly if he does kill them, but he might. I know Balin goes after Harrowmont's fam if he's made king. Oh, that's a little shit, but I don't want him to go after... I don't want anyone to go after my sister, so... You know. So I guess I gotta be a little selfish. Alright. Sorry, hang on. Okay.
Thanks again, Warden.
No problem, I guess. Wait, so they tunneled through the roof, the ceiling? I'm just checking out every room. There's no way. There's just no way. Give it a shot, Zev. Yeah. He sucks. He really can't pick locks for shit.
All right, all right. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Wow, look at all them foods. Do it, I support you. Okay. Why is there crowd sounds in here if there are no crowds? Weird. What a grand hall this is. There goes that sound again. Not even sure where it came from. Are there secrets in this area? Somebody stepped on something. Bro, I have no clue. No clue what that's accomplishing. Hello. Huh.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Oh, I suppose I should talk to my sister then, huh?
The prince values your support, Warden.
Try leaving a companion on that switch. Oh, right, I can separate. How do I do that? Move freely?
Yes?
That didn't seem to do anything. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, I'm sure it did something, but I have no idea. Ooh, jeez. I don't know what that did. No clue. Ugh, damn. I'm starting to yawn now. Fuck. Well, I don't know. How do I get them back to be... Oh, okay. I guess we're done here, because we can't enter the estate, without, I assume, my sister. I actually forgot where she went. I guess I just go to the assembly. But I have an unfortunate case of sleepies. Oof. The perils of being an early bird. Oh, the perils. Oh, the woes. Why don't we save? You can check your map or journal. Ugh. Ah. You know what? I can't find anything online. Right. The thief has a bald head and Garristed. Oh yeah, we never did this. But at least we got to have a good stream, heard all sorts of fun banter. So many conversations. They were all very enlightening. Oof. But I am having trouble staying focused. Well, I suppose I'll decide next time. Wait a minute, what's going on with me? Hold on. Is that... Oh, that's because Indomitable is still active. Interesting. So it just stays on me until I decide otherwise? I guess so. I suppose we'll stop here then. I can't focus very well right now. Ooh. Ooh. I had fun though. Got to heard lots of talking. Got to laugh a lot. And I am curious to get behind that slutty exterior of Zev and get to the soft, nougaty center. But the journal map should show you where your sister is. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Did I just save? I don't remember. I don't care. I'm doing it again. Well, I'm glad I could provide an excellent distraction for the moment. And more Durgan Urge. And I guess tomorrow's some D&D, perhaps? Yes, D&D. Alright. Thank you for joining me. And, as always, I love you.